Hi, good morning to everybody. I hope you all are well and good. I am also fine. You know that last day we started our first lesson of geography. Almost we completed before lockdown, we completed 75% of the topics. Today we are going to take or discuss another one new topic, that is land use pattern in India. Land use pattern means for what purposes we people are using the land. Land is using for different economic activities, agricultural activities, for mining purposes, for building purposes. We are using land. Before that, we have to understand what are the two factors that is determine the land use pattern. There are mainly two factors are determining the land use of India. First one, physical. Second one, human factors. Physical factors means it includes soil, climate, topography, etc. Human factors, it includes technological capability, culture, tradition, population density, etc. We can come to the first factor, that is a physical factor. Physical factors include topography, climate, soil, etc. So if you are going to purchase a patches of land, we will think that, or we will observe, is it the soil is good or not, what type of a climate is there, and the availability of water is there or not. These all are the main factors we people may think about while we are going to purchase a patch of land. So these factors are known as physical factors. And second one, human factors. You know, human factors means population density. You know, some areas it is a thickly populated area. For example, northern plains. But some area it is a sparsely populated area. For example, hilly terrain, hilly steep or a mountain areas. For example, Arunachal Pradesh. That is one of the most important example. So we know that whenever we are going to purchase a land, or whenever we are going to start an industry or any other economic activities, we will think about all these factors. If all these factors are appropriate, or all these factors are good for us, or it is available, these all, soil is good, fertile land and water is there, everything if it is okay, we are ready to purchase that land, or we are ready to start all activities there on that land. So these are the two important factors determine the land use pattern in India. First one, physical factors, and second one, human factors. Then next we have to understand total geographical area of India. It is 3.28 million square kilometer. Total geographical area of India, it is 3.28 million square kilometer. But we have to understand one thing. We know only the 93% of the total land we use, or land use data. What is the reason of this? Because the land use reporting is incomplete for most of the northeastern states, except Assam. Because the data is incomplete, it is not properly surveyed. That is why it is incomplete. That is why we got only 93% of the land use data. Like that, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir and occupied by Pakistan and China also not surveyed properly. And also another one speciality, it is about the land use pattern. It is the land under permanent pasture has also decreased. It is a great challenge in front of us. Why? Because we have to feed our cattle, huge cattle family. So it is a great challenge in front of us. Next, most of the other than current fallow, what is the fallow land? Means it is wasteland. So other than current fallow lands is either poor quality or the cost of production is very high. You know what? Why? Because fallow lands, it is a wastelands. If we are going to start any economic activity, any agricultural activities, we have to add manures or other fertilizers and also pesticides, insecticides. Not only that, if it is arid region, we have to increase our irrigational facilities also. So these all may cause increased cost of production. And next we can come to the net zone area. Already we discussed the last topic. Net zone area, it is entirely different in region to region or place to place. Why? Some area, for especially northern plains, we can take as an example in northern plains. Northern plains, 80% it is a net zone area because the land is very fertile and the presence of the water is there. So it is intensive cultivated area and also it is a thickly populated area also. So agricultural activities are going on in proper way. That is why net zone area in such areas or plain areas, it is 80%. 80% of the area, it is a net zone area in northern plains. But if you are traveling to the east side, we can see that Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Andaman and Nicobar, this whole area, it is less than 10% of the net zone area. Why? What is the huge difference between these northern plains and the eastern states? Because eastern states, it's a hilly area or mountain area, rugged and steep area, so it is not usable. The land is not suitable for the cultivation and other activities. But in the northern plains, the land is very plain and the soil is very fertile and the presence of the rivers are there, so there is no problem. That is why it is increased amount of percentage. Next, while we discussed the land or a land utilization, we discussed the forest area. How much percentage of forest area? It is 33%. According to 1952 National Forest Policy, the desired amount of forest area, it is 33%. But what is the reality? In reality, it is a very less. That means very less from this desired percentage. But in this situation or in this topic, we have to understand that forest is one of the most important natural resources. It has its own role to balancing the ecology. It is supporting different types of animals and plants. Not only that, it is giving livelihood for the millions of people, those who are living fringes of the forest. So it is our duty to protect these forest resources. Then waste land put to other non-agricultural uses. You know that it is also some of the area in India we are using for settlements, roads, railways, etc. So So some area we are using non-agricultural uses, some area in India it is a fallow lands, some area it is a barren and waste land, some area it is a forest land. So it is our duty to protect these resources for the future generation also. If you are using continuously these land resources, it may cause land degradation. You know what's the meaning of degradation? Means the quality of the land, it is decreasing because of the human activities, because of the natural forces. The degradation of the land is happening. So we have to reduce it. We have to protect this. So it is our duty. Otherwise, it has resulted a serious impact on the society and the environment. Now you understood what is the importance of the land resources and what are the distribution of the land resources, what is land use pattern in India. So next we have to discuss about the land degradation and the conservation measures. For every problem there is a solution. So I already informed you, degradation of the land means the quality of the soil or the land, it is decreasing because of different types of activities. It may human activities or by the natural forces or natural activities. So we have to understand, we have to conserve the land resources properly. Before that, I would like to tell you 95% of our basic needs. 95% of our basic needs means food, shelter, clothing, etc. It is obtained from the land. You know that we people are growing cotton plants and we are extracting cotton from it. We people are making or constructing houses, buildings, etc. Before that we are using land. We people are growing different types of crops or agriculture activities also going on land. So these all, it is supporting by the land resources. I already informed human activities and the natural forces also responsible for the degradation of the land. So for that, not only human activities not only brought about degradation of the land, but also aggravate the pace of the natural forces to cause damage to the land. For example, because of the human activities, land pollution is happening, air pollution is happening. Also, it may cause that flood, etc. Everything. These also landslides, everything is happening because of the human activities. At present, there are about 130 million hectares of the land degraded. At present, in India, 130 hectares of the land degraded in India. This because of these human activities and the natural disasters, it may happen. And here we have to understand, out of this 28%, it is a forest area or belongs to the forest category. Next, 56%, it is a water eroded area. Balance, it is affected by saline and alkalinity of the soil. And this is because of some of the human activities such as the deforestation, overgrazing, mining and quarrying, etc. So once again you have to understand, total 130 million hectares of the land is degraded in India. Out of this, 28% it is a forest degraded land. 56% it is a water eroded area. Balance, it is affected by the saline and alkaline deposits. These activities, that means quarrying, mining and also over irrigation and deforestation, overgrazing, etc. are the main reasons for these problems. Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, those all area, it is a mineral mining is going on. And also in these areas, deep scars and pits and traces are forming because of the over mining. And also in this area, Odisha, those all area, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, those all area, deforestation also happening. Why? Because these are mining areas, so people are cutting and clearing the forest area and starting their mining activities. Because of that, the land area, it is degrading. States like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and all, in this area the problem, the reason for the land degradation, it is overgrazing. And states of Punjab and Haryana, Western UP, the problem is over irrigation. It is responsible for the degradation. That means water logging causes alkalinity and the salinity of the area. And the another one reason for the degradation of the land, it is mining processes. For example, grinding of a limestone for the cement industry, calcite and a soapstone for a ceramic industry, it generate a huge dust particles in the atmosphere. It is also causing that land degradation. Okay, so dear children, we are going to conclude today's class with I think you got it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me personally. You have to clear your doubts. Read the topic 1 or 2 times and find out the important points and note down in your notebook. We discussed 2 topics, land use pattern and land degradation and conservation. So, thank you.